beauties, it's NBLX Collections here, and today we're doing a nail set. So if it's your first time here, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on your post notifications so you get notified whenever we upload new content. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in again. Today we are starting off with creating content for other social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Well, this is YouTube, Snapchat, WhatsApp, and all that. So if you're not already following us on our other social medias, please be sure to do that. Check the links down in the description box, or you check the links in our bio. It's all there. So for these nails, we're starting off with prepping. The first bit that we used was to lift up the dead skin along the cuticles, and then we're going with the sanding band to file on top of the nail plate just to take off any residue and dirt, and just give the overall application better adhesion, which is going to enhance your retention. Next, we're going in with this other drill bit, which we typically use to go in around the corners of the cuticle because the sanding band doesn't quite get there. So this is just going to help to file and lift off all other dead skin that is around the cuticle so that area is nice and clean and ready for application. Next, we're going in with our cuticle trimmer. Ouch, we nipped her skin there. So you just want to be careful whenever you're using any sharp objects, or generally all your tools, all right? Just be careful whenever you're using that area on your clients, especially around the cuticle area, because that area is usually softer. So you just want to be a bit more careful. So we'll just clean around, taking out all the dead skin around there. Anything that we do not want on the nails, we're just taking it out. After that, we're going in with the nail file, a manual nail file, to just file and shape the free edge of the natural nail. This is going to help to give it a nice, clean and crisp finish. All right, this is one of the steps that we take when doing the nail prep. So after this, we're going in to measure and size up the nail tips that we're going to be using for the application. All right, so for this step, you want to make sure that the nail tips that you're using are not too big or not too small. So you want to make sure that they fit from end to end, and they shouldn't be too far up into the nail, because we want to have enough space for your, we're using polygel, but if you're going to be using acrylic, no problem, but you just want to have enough space that your product is going to lay on. All right, so we're just sizing that, making sure that it fits from one end to the other, and not too big, because if it's too big, it's going to give your nails that fat rod, and that's not going to look cute. All right, so just make sure that it's the right size for the right nail. All right, after measuring that, we're going to glue it down with some glue, and then we'll trim it down to length. So as you can see, we're applying the glue on the natural nail before applying the tip. Now, some other people would apply the glue on the tip before placing on the nail, which typically do not do that, because we've noticed that whenever we put the glue on the tip, it tends to float through the nail. So it's better, we've noticed that it's better that when you apply the glue on the natural nail, just at the tip of the natural nail, and then you lay down the tip, it holds better, it doesn't flood, and it cause a mess or anything like that. So when we place it, we flip the hand over just to make sure that the tip is straight, and then we move on to the next one. So we did that for all the nails. Before we went back to cut it down to length. So here I'm using my sanding band to blend the nail tip to the natural nail, and I'm also filing off the shine on the nail tip just so that when I apply the product, it's going to stick. Once I'm done with this process, I use the dust brush to take off all the dust, and then I go in with a cotton pad and some acetone to wipe off the any residue that's left on the nail plate before I go in to apply primer on the natural nail only. After the primer, I go in with a thin coat of base coat and just apply that from the natural nail going down to the nail tip. Apply that all through, and then I cure it for 60 seconds, and then we begin the application. Now, for those who are wondering, I'm using monomer as my dip or my slip solution and my brush. So as a quick tip, what I do is I use this wooden cuticle stick to pat down the product just so that it flattens out a bit. And after that, I'm going with my brush and my monomer, and I'm moving the product around, or the polygel. I keep saying product, it's the polygel. I'm moving the polygel around. Alright, so I'm just going to let you watch. If you have any questions about this step or anything so far, just leave it down in the comment section and I'll respond. Please give this video a thumbs up, please drop a comment, share, subscribe to the channel as well, and I'm just gonna leave you to enjoy the video. After application, I wiped it down with acetone. Then I went ahead to file and buff and everything off camera. So right now we're getting to the design, and I always like to start by applying one coat of background color before I go in with the design proper. Now, one mistake I made was to not wipe the nail. Now you want to make sure that after applying this, you wipe down the nail with some acetone and a cotton pad. All right, wipe down the entire nail because you don't want that sticky layer on it for this particular design. Okay, we're going to go in with pigment powder, and if you don't wipe it down, the powder is just going to stick everywhere. So yeah, so this is when I was wiping it down because I forgot I hadn't wiped down the nails. So I started doing the French on the first two fingers, and I remembered, and I just went ahead and cleaned it off properly, and then I'm going back to do the French nails. All right, so I'm gonna let you keep watching, and remember, if you have any questions, you can always ask. finish, I cure for 15 seconds. You do not want to do more than that, okay? For this design, you don't do more than that. So this is how the nails are looking before we went in with the pigment powders. So I started doing the pigments before I remembered I had to record the video. So here it is. So we're doing 3 different colors for the pigment, and starting off with the first color, which is yellow. We're applying that on the tip, and then going with the second color, which is orange, and I'm applying that just above, leaving some space for the last color. Now you want to also make sure that when you're applying the colors, the different colors, you're blending between so that there are no harsh separation lines. All right, you just want it to be smooth transition. Okay, so it's always advisable to pick colors that are similar so that that transition is kind of smooth. But hey, there's no issue, you can still explore different colors. All right, there's no issue with that. So I'm just following my client's inspo pick and hers were these 3 colors. So the last color is pink, and after that we're going to do a full 60 seconds cure in the lamp before we proceed. All right, so when I finished that, she dried it for 60 seconds, and then I dusted off the excess powder that was lingering on the nails. So after doing this, I applied 1 coat of base coat to prevent the pigment powder from chipping away for when I'm doing the cleanup. So I just applied this 1 coat on all the nails, then I cured it for 60 seconds, and then I went in with a cotton pad and some acetone to carefully clean off the excess pigment powders lingering, like hanging on the corners of the nails. As you can see, there are some pigment powders there, so I just went ahead to clean it up. And then when I finished this, I applied top coat and then went into the filing. So you're going to see that in a bit, so just keep watching. Once that is done, I'm now going in with my 3D design. So for this, I'm using the brand of I'm using rhinestone glue, and the brand of rhinestone glue that I have, it usually leaves a sticky layer. So what I do is I just press it out onto this mixing plate, and I add a little bit of top coat before applying it. That way it has that no sticky, no wipe, finish top. Yes, so I was carrying one after the other because it was moving around too much. All right, so when I finish one nail, I carry it before doing the next, just so that the rhinestone glue or the design doesn't smudge all over the place. So you want to cure in between the fingers. If you have a solid glue, like if your glue is good, then there's no need to add top coat. But I added mine, like I said, I added top coat to my mixture because my rhinestone glue has a sticky top layer after curing. All right, so yes, I did that, and that was it for the design. Now I completely forgot. Oh yeah, yeah, that's me applying cuticle oil to rehydrate the skin after all that acetone and all that. Yes. Now I completely forgot to take a separate picture. No, I didn't forget, but my client was in the haste to leave, so I wasn't able to take videos of the hands alone. But there's a toenail set. We did polygel nails as well. We did matching set for her toes. And yeah, that's it. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions, leave it down in the comment section and we'll respond. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.